Welcome back to the lecture series on computer graphics. These lectures are based on the GTU curriculum for Diploma in Information Technology. In today's lecture, we are going to study the overview of computer graphics and the evolution of computer graphics. So let us start with the overview. In overview, first of all, we will see what are the different definitions of computer graphics. So one definition of computer graphics is like this. It is the representation and manipulation of image data by a computer. So this is one definition of computer graphics. The second definition is various technologies used to create and manipulate images. And number 3 is the images so produced and the subfield of computer science which studies methods for digitally synthesizing and manipulating visual content. So these three are the basic definitions of computer graphics. So let us see one by one. The first definition says that computer graphics is the representation and manipulation of image data by a computer. So whenever an image is created or manipulated in any way by a computer, that is known as computer graphics. Second definition says that various technologies used to create and manipulate images is called computer graphics. So these two definitions talk about images. And the third definition here says that the images so produced and the subfield of computer science which studies methods for digitally synthesizing and manipulating visual content is known as computer graphics. So the main thing in the third definition which is different is that it is talking about visual content, not just images. And visual content में be anything, whichever you are seeing on your screen, whether be it mobile or be it laptop. So now let us talk about what are the real life use cases of computer graphics, that is, where do we see computer graphics in our real life and why we should study this course. So these days computers are using computer graphics in a variety of real life situations. For example, computer graphics can be seen on TV, computer graphics can be seen on newspapers, it can be seen on weather reports. If you have seen weather reports on TVs, they use computer graphics very extensively. Then computer graphics is also used in medical investigation, like MRIs, X-rays, etc., wherever imaging is used, medical imaging you can say. Then it is also being used in surgeries, that is surgical procedures. So basically we can say that today computer graphics is everywhere. Everybody is using mobiles, laptops, tablets, etc., and all day we are watching something or the other thing on our screen. So whatever is visible on the screen, on a digital screen, is basically possible because of computer graphics. Now computer graphics can be categorized into three main categories. One is (2D), second is (3D), and third is animated graphics. So later on in this course we will study first about 2D graphics, then about 3D graphics, and we are not going to study this third part in this course. It may be, if you are interested, you may go for studying this later on. So mainly we will start with 2D graphics and then 3D graphics in the upcoming units. Now let us move on to the next topic, which is the evolution of computer graphics. So in this evolution we will talk decade wise. From the starting of computer graphics we will go in ascending manner. So let us start with the 1950s. What happened in the 1950s? Okay. So in 1950, what happened? A person named Ben Leposki created the first graphic images, which was called oscilloscope, and it was generated by an electronic machine which was analog. I'll show you this. This was the graphic image which was created by Ben Leposki, and it was the first computer graphics. And this was done in the year 1950. Then in the year 1951, the first general purpose commercial computer called UNIVAC 1 was released. Let me show you this UNIVAC 1. So this was the first general purpose commercial computer which was released. Then again in 1951, one more thing happened. A computer was released which was the first to display real-time video, and it was called Whirlwind. So the computer that was able to display real-time video for the first time is this one, and it was developed at Massachusetts Institute of Technology. So this entire room, whatever is there in this device, as big as a room, was the first general purpose computer to display real time video. So after these, let us go to the 1960s. So in 1950 these three things happened. Let us now talk about 1960s. What happened in 1960s? So in the year 1960, a person named William Fetter coined the term computer graphics. Then in 1961, a scientist called Steve Russell released the first video game, or the first computer game using computer graphics, called Space Wars. Okay, so let me first show you William Fetter. So he was the person who first of all coined the term, who was the first one to use the term computer graphics. And then this was the first computer game developed at MIT by Steve Russell. Here you can see the game is being played on a PDP-1 computer. Then after that, in 1963, two things happened. First of all, the first mouse was released. And it was designed by Douglas Engelbart. He was the first one to design mouse. One more thing happened in 1963, and that was called Sketchpad. Let me show you what is Sketchpad. So Sketchpad was nothing but an interactive computer graphics system, and you may say that it was the sort of first graphical user interface. Okay, so here you can see the scientist called Ivan Sutherland. The person who made this was called Ivan Sutherland. So in this image you can see he is demonstrating the sketchpad, and sketchpad was actually developed as part of his PhD thesis, for which he received the Turing Award in 1988 and the Kyoto Prize in 2012. So it was a groundbreaking discovery. Whatever this menu systems and all GUI components we are using, he was the pioneer of all this. Then let us go further. In 1964, a person named William Fetter, who had earlier coined the term computer graphics for the first time, he gave the first computer model of a human figure. Then in 1965, Jack Bressenham released his line drawing algorithm, and this is one of the very famous line drawing algorithms which we will study in later chapters. So you will encounter this Bressenham algorithm many times in this course. So after 1965, let us go to 1968. So what happened in 1968? This Tektronix was released. Now what is this Tektronix? Tektronix is a spatial CRT. We will study about what are CRTs and all. So for now, you can say that the older TV models, which used to be very fat, were called, or they were designed on the concept of cathode ray tubes, in short CRT. So what is this Tektronix? It is a spatial CRT, and it was given along with a keyboard and a mouse. So we can say that this Tektronix was a very simple early version of a desktop computer, and this was sold for $15,000, which made computer graphics more affordable for the general public. And in 1968, in the same year, one more thing happened when Ivan Sutherland designed the first head-mounted display. Okay, so 1968, two things happened. Then let us go and see what happened in 1969. So the first thing that happened in 1969 is area subdivision algorithm was released. One more algorithm was released called hidden surface algorithm, and both of these were released by a person named John Warnock. And in the same year 1969, one more thing happened. Bell Labs, very famous in the field of computer science, as you are most probably aware, they released the first frame buffer containing 3 bits per pixel. Okay. Then comes the time of 1970s. So let us see what happened in 1970s. So in the year 1972, Nolan K. Bushnell released a game called Pong, which used computer graphics extensively. So I'll show you this game. What is this game Pong? Just see here on the screen. Let me select one player and let me select using mouse, and let's go with easy level. Okay. So in this game Pong, what I have to do is right side, yeah, so I've got 2 points here, you can see, since I selected the easy level. Yeah, so I'm controlling this with my mouse. Right side is me and the left side is the computer. So this was a very simple but interesting and addictive game called Pong. Okay, let me stop this game. Yeah, let me go back here. Then in 1973, the first film with computer graphics was released, and it was named Westworld. So let us see what was this first film. This was the first film which used computer graphics, and it was called Westworld. Then in 1974, texture mapping and Z-buffer hidden surface algorithms were released. These two algorithms were released by a scientist named Edwin Catmull. Then one more scientist called James Blinn released algorithms for curved surfaces and one more algorithm for refinement of texture mapping. A third person in the same year 1974 called von Buitong released the algorithm for specular highlighting. Then in the year 1975 Martin Newell developed the famous computer graphics teapot using Bezier patches. And one more person named Benoit. He developed fractal or fractional dimension. So these things are the important milestones in the history of computer graphics. So please bear with me for a moment. I know this is boring, but since these are the important milestones, so we have to know about them. Then in 1976, a person named James Blinn developed an environment mapping and bump mapping. Then in 1977, Steve Wozniak, you must have heard his name. So in 1977, Steve Wozniak released Apple II, and this was the first color graphics personal computer. Okay, before this all the computers used to be black and white, just like black and white TVs. Then in 1979, Roy Trubshaw and Richard Bartle released MUD, which was a multi-user dungeon. So these are some of these are major things and some of these are minor things. You don't have to remember everything. Then after that came the decade of the 80s, 1980s. So what happened in this decade? In the year 1982, Steven Lisberger released Tron, and this is major. This was the first Disney movie which made extensive use of 3D computer graphics. So this is the first 3D computer graphics movie called Tron. Then Tom Brigman released the film called Morphing, and this was the first film in which a female character deforms and transforms herself into the shape of a lynx. That is also possible because of computer graphics. Then in the same year 1982, AutoCAD was released. In the same year, AutoCAD was also released. So as you all know, AutoCAD is a very popular software which is used for designing anything, maybe small machine parts or very big systems. Okay, then let us move on. Let us go to 1983. In 1983, a film called Data Glove was released, which was a virtual reality film. So just imagine, in 1983 people were imagining about virtual reality. Then in 1984, this was released called Polhemus, and this was the first (3D) graphic software. Then in 1985, Pixar. You must have heard about Pixar, Pixar Animation Studios. If you have not heard, then go to Google and see who is Pixar or what is Pixar Animation Studios and why are they famous. So in 1985, this Pixar Animation Studios released Luxo Junior. So let me show you what is this Luxo Junior. So here there is a video. Just watch this video. Then in the same year, 1985, Nintendo released their first home gaming system. Then in 1987, IBM released Video Graphics Array, in short VGA. Then in 1989, improvements of VGA, namely SVGA, that is Super VGA, was released. Then after 1980s, let us talk about what happened in the 1990s and afterwards. So in 1990, RenderMan was released. And what is RenderMan? Let us check. So RenderMan is a photorealistic 3D rendering software and it is produced by Pixar Animation Studios. In 1991, Disney and Pixar released Beauty and the Beast, which is also a very popular movie, and in this CGI was used very widely. Then in 1992 OpenGL specifications came out. In 1993 Mosaic was released, which was the first graphical web browser. Nowadays we are using this Mozilla Firefox and Google Chrome, but this Mosaic was the first graphical web browser. Also in 1993 one very famous film was released which used computer graphics extensively, and it was called Jurassic Park, produced by Steven Spielberg. Then in 1995 Toy Story was released, which was the first full-length computer-generated feature film. This is very important. It was the first full-length computer-generated feature film. And in the same year 1995 NVIDIA Corporation released the graphics card GeForce 256, and later in the year GeForce 3 was released in the year 2001. And in 2003 ID Software released the Doom graphics engine. So we have covered some of the major and minor milestones in the field of computer graphics right from the year 1950. So nowadays you can see computer graphics is everywhere, in films, in an advertisement, in games, everywhere it is there, in your mobiles, in your computers, in your tablets, in your daily life. Without computer graphics you cannot imagine, or we cannot imagine our lives nowadays. So basically in our next lectures we will see what are the different graphics standards that are available and what are the applications of computer graphics in different areas. In this lecture I am going to stop here, and in the next lecture we will continue our syllabus. Thank you.